faculty, and friends.
Inquiry and discussion were the tools by which the Greeks uncovered reality and shed light on truth. By asking and answering questions, individuals stimulated their curiosity, sharpened their critical thinking, and extended the depths of their understanding. Tonight we will follow in this tradition and engage you in the concepts we have studied this year. But first, we will give you a little background on each one.
It was one of our first labs, and we were still adapting to the transition into 8th grade. Lab 02, building cell models. We didn't think much of it at first, but after a brief introduction to the subject, we learned that life depends on cells. I could spend the next few minutes informing you about how a cell consists of organelles like a nucleus, mitochondrion, ribosomes, and more. I could tell you about how we got our hands dirty by making a 3D model of a cell that we were assigned. But the most notable concept that we learned was that cells are the foundation of life. Look closely at any living thing, and you will find them.
Another topic we focused on this year in our science program was osmosis and diffusion. After spending some time reading the definitions word by word, it was still difficult to distinguish between the two molecular movements. So we moved on to some elaborate experiments in which we got to fully understand why these are so important and how they actually impact our daily lives. One of these included placing dialysis tubing into a saline solution and tracking the movement of water molecules by measuring the tubing's mass. We also placed the salt onto a small piece of onion skin and observed the cell's cytoplasm shrivel up through a microscope. While it may have been easy to confuse some of the scientific